Level 1 Personal Tools Batarang. If Batman had a gender profile, professional boomerang enthusiast would definitely be in it. The Batarang made its debut way back in Detective Comics number 31 as a simple bat-shaped boomerang. Not magical, not high-tech, just a very stylish piece of sharpened metal. Over time, it evolved faster than phone models, with foldable types, electric stunners, camera-equipped versions, even magnetic ones that could stick to a crook's getaway car like a bad parking ticket. So no matter how fancy they all got, all batarangs share one thing: they obey physics. No reality warping nonsense, no summon bat god button, just pure gadgetry and skill. Batman throws these things with surgical precision, whether to disarm a thug, cut a rope, or smack someone mid-monologue. Each throw is equal parts math, muscle, and mood. What I think makes the Batarang special isn't raw power, but focus. It's tactical and intimate, a weapon that demands its user to be on point every single time. You could hand one to a random bystander, and they'd probably just lose it in a bush. It sits at level 1 because it's a classic personal tool, something that extends a single person's reach but never crosses into magic, mind control, or divine cheat codes. Why not higher? Because no matter how sharp it is, it's still a metal bat returning to its owner, not a reality reset button. In short, it's engineering with flair, or as Alfred calls it, the world's most expensive paperweight. Green Arrow's Trick Arrows. If Batman is the king of boomerangs, Green Arrow is the undisputed emperor of over-engineering. His trick arrows first appeared in More Fun Comics number 73, and from day one, they've been a chaotic parade of ideas that somehow work. Boxing glove arrow? Sure. Net arrow? Of course. Smoke, explosion, and even a literal umbrella arrow? Naturally. It's like a hardware store exploded and decided to become a superhero. Each arrow is crafted for one specific purpose, like blowing something up, tying something down, or making an enemy question their life choices. They're limited by physics and the archer's skill, not magic or cosmic interference. When Oliver Queen fires, it's all about timing, precision, and just a hint of showmanship. His quiver isn't a mystical artifact, it's a toolbox disguised as a fashion statement. These arrows belong at level 1 because they're personal gadgets. Clever, functional, and very local in their impact. They don't bend reality or warp wormholes, but I think they could definitely ruin a villain's afternoon. On top of that, each arrow's charm lies in its absurd practicality. You never know if you're about to get trapped, tripped, or tickled by whatever Oliver fires next. Why not higher? Because none of them can change destiny, unless destiny happens to be standing in front of a boxing glove arrow. So yeah, these arrows are basically engineering ingenuity with a touch of midlife crisis energy. Level 2 Organization Tech. Green Lantern Power Ring. Some people need coffee to get through the day. Green Lanterns? Well, they just need willpower and a shiny green ring. First appearing in Showcase number 22 in 1959, Hal Jordan's Power Ring is basically a cosmic 3D printer powered by determination. It can make anything the user imagines, like giant fists, laser cannons, mecha armor, you name it, as long as they've got the focus and battery life to back it up. It also provides flight, shield, space travel, language translation, and even oxygen, turning its wearer into a one-person rescue squad. But all that juice comes with rules. Recharge the ring regularly, follow core law, and don't use it for dumb stuff like making a green Lamborghini just to flex. The ring's power comes with a central power battery on Oa, which is basically the universe's biggest lantern, and it's shared among thousands of members of the Green Lantern Corps. The catch? The ring only works as well as the person wielding it. No willpower, no glow. That's why it's level 2 artifact. Massively capable, but only within a giant intergalactic organization that runs like a very strict cosmic HR department. It's above level 1 because it goes way beyond personal gadgets. It shapes entire wars, but not higher, since it can't bend reality or grant godlike knowledge. It's all power with paperwork. Like to think of it as the galaxy's strongest tool for anyone who believes hard enough and can fill out the forms on time. Yellow Lantern Power Ring. If the Green Lantern Corps runs on willpower, the Sinestro Corps runs on pure nightmare fuel. The Yellow Power Ring, fully first unveiled in Green Lantern Volume 4, Number 10 in 2006, channels fear instead of courage. Same functions, opposite mood. It can create yellow energy constructs, enable flight, and pull off all the sci-fi magic tricks the Green Lantern can. And the difference is in the vibe. Where Green Lanterns inspire hope, Sinestro crew terrifies entire planets into submission. Their rings are powered by a central power battery on Quard, maintained through a brutal core hierarchy that rewards whoever can scare the most people per minute. The ring's strength depends on how much fear its user can project. The more terrifying the wielder, the more juice the ring gets. On top of that, it needs the same organizational system as the Greens, recharging stations, recruits, and a lot of yelling from higher ups. That's why it lands at level 2. A single yellow ring is insanely powerful, but its true force comes from the core behind it, which is a literal army of fuel-feared enforcers working within a structured network. It's higher than personal tools because it operates on a cosmic scale, but it doesn't climb into level 3 since it's still rule-bound to energy tech, not magic. It may turn fear into firepower, but it's still bound by batteries and bureaucracy. So basically, the same space cop toolkit, different emotional breakdown. Level 3, Specialized Relics. Lasso of Truth. There are truth serums, lie detectors, and then there's Wonder Woman's lasso, the ultimate tool that practically says don't even try lying to me. Making its debut in Sensation Comics number 6 in 1942, the Golden Lasso started out as a magical rope gifted by the Amazonians to help Diana keep order and catch liars faster than you could say 6'7". Later versions gave it divine origins, said to be forged by Hephaestus and blessed by Hestia, the goddess of the hearth, which sounds fancy, but at its core it's just a glowing rope that makes you spill your secrets like a nervous first date. Its power is absolute honesty. Once you're wrapped in it, you're compelled to obey and tell the truth. But the lasso isn't about brute strength. It's about clarity and understanding. In JLA number 62, when the lasso encounters a paradox of truth versus belief, it actually fractures reality for a moment. That scene shows how powerful it is. It anchors truth so deeply that even the universe trembles when it's questioned. On top of that, it can calm minds, dispel illusions, and help Diana see into someone's soul. The Lasso of Truth sits at level 3 because it's a single magic relic bound by one domain, which is truth. It's divine and metaphysical, but not all-powerful. It doesn't rewrite existence, it enforces honesty within it. At level 1, Gadget distracts villains, this one exposes them, which is why I'm calling it the universe's most polite yet terrifying fact-checker. Spear of Destiny. Some weapons kill the body, the Spear of Destiny aims straight for the soul. Making its first DC appearance in Weird War Tales number 50 in 1977, this ancient relic carries the weight of both legend and doom. Said to be the same spear that pierced Christ's side, it's soaked in myth and menace. In DC lore, it has passed through history's darkest hands. Even Hitler's obsession with it became canon. And wherever it goes, corruption follows close behind. In Spectre Volume number 3, storyline from the mid-90s, the Spear of Destiny was the only weapon believed capable of harming the Spectre himself, who is a literal embodiment of God's wrath. Superman even wielded it once, though doing it so nearly broke the mind of his visions with ultimate power. On top of that, the spear has been known to bend even the strongest wills, whispering promises of control and godhood until the wielder starts believing the hype. This relic lands squarely at level 3 because it's mystical, unique, and domain-focused. Its magic lies on compulsion, divine taint, and the ability to wound beings that normally laugh off nukes. It's far above tech or core artifacts since it bridges myth and metaphysics, but not high enough to touch reality's source code. It corrupts, it tempts, it devastates, but it doesn't rebuild the universe. It's basically divine hardware with a nasty personality. Level 4, Fourth World Tech, Mother Box. If Siri ever developed feelings and learns how to bend space-time, she might end up as a mother box. First introduced in Forever Paper number 1 in 1971 by Jack Kirby, this little cube isn't just a gadget, it's actually alive. It hums, talks, comforts, heals, and occasionally saves your life by opening a boom tube, which is basically an instant teleportation door to anywhere in the multiverse. It's the new God's ultimate companion, equal parts emotional support device and interdimensional Swiss Army knife. The mother box forms a telepathic bond with its user, acting more like a friend than a tool. It can generate shields, repair tissue, and communicate with other machines, all while having the personality of the universe's kindest tech support agent. Over time, it's become the emotional core of the fourth world technology, empathetic yet capable of manipulating physics on a cosmic scale. It sits at level 4 because it's more than magical or mythical. It's sentient technology from a god-tier civilization that interacts directly with life in space-time. It can't rewrite the laws of reality, but it bends them gracefully when needed. A mother box doesn't just serve, it cares. On top of that, it's one of the few machines that can literally ping when happy. Just imagine having a therapist, a medic, and a teleportation device all in one with better bedside manners than most humans. Mobius chair. If knowledge is power, then sitting in the Mobius chair is like plugging your brain straight into the universe. Debuting in New Gods #1, the chair belongs to Metron, DC's cosmic scholar who travels through time and space like it's his daily commute. The Mobius chair is more than furniture, it's a multi-dimensional throne, wired to every secret, timeline, and hidden corner of existence. It grants its occupant instant transport across realities and near limitless knowledge like a cosmic Wi-Fi connection that never drops. The chair doesn't just carry you, it knows everything. When Batman sat in it in Justice League Volume 2, number 42, he learned answers no mortal should, like the true identity of the Joker. It's the perfect mix of teleportation and enlightenment, but also a massive responsibility. Too much knowledge can twist even the sharpest mind, and the Mobius chair doesn't come with a manual or parental controls. This artifact sits firmly at level 4 because it's pure fourth world tech, an object that merges sentience, science, and cosmic mobility. It doesn't control destiny, but it can see it, which might be even scarier. Above relics and magical tools and below divine instruments, it's the ultimate observer's seat in the universe's biggest theater. The catch? Once you sit down, you're never the same again. It's less of a chair and more of a PhD in omniscience, which makes it the comfiest existential crisis you'll ever experience. Number 5. Omniscient Artifacts. The Book of Souls. Imagine a diary that already knows you're going to write in it, including the embarrassing parts you haven't lived yet. That's the Book of Souls, also called the Book of Destiny, first shown in Weird Mystery Tales #1 in 1972 alongside Destiny of the Endless. It's less a book and more of a cosmic screenplay with every being, every event, every possible future recorded on its pages. When someone opens it, reality doesn't explode instantly. Instead, people start to act differently because they suddenly know too much. Heroes try to dodge fate, villains try to hijack it, and chaos politely follows. In The Brave and the Bold, the Book of Destiny storyline, the book causes an interdimensional headache when heroes catch a glimpse of what's to come. The more they know, the worse things get, like reading spoilers for your own life and realizing you can't change a thing. That's the book's real danger. It doesn't swing magic swords or shoot beams, it manipulates choice by revealing everything. Once you've read your destiny, you're trapped between belief and inevitability. The Book of Souls sits at level 5 because it holds absolute knowledge, but rarely acts alone. It influences rather than commands. It's above relics and machines since it defines truth across time, yet it stops short of full reality writing. I like to think of it as a cosmic literature with footnotes from the universe itself. It's basically the scariest library card you'll ever get, and there's no renewals. Helmet of Fate. Some helmets protect your head, this one replaces it. First seen in More Fun Comics number 55 back in 1940, the Helmet of Fate, also called the Helmet of Nabu, transforms anyone who wears it into a walking conduit for the ancient Lord of Order. Once you put it on, your thoughts, voice, and moral compass take a backseat to Nabu's millennia of mystical knowledge. It's basically the magical version of being possessed by Wikipedia. The wearer becomes Dr. Fate, granted unbelievable power, prophetic sight, and enough arcane wisdom to make even John Constantine take notes. Across its history, from Kenton Nelson's debut of 2007's Helmet of Fate, the helm behaves like a mix between an ancient AI and an overbearing mentor. It doesn't just teach, it takes over. The results depend entirely on who's inside. Some use it with balance, others use themselves in the flood of divine insight. The helmet doesn't force reality to change on its own, but it gives the user everything they need to do it through will and sorcery. It earns its level 5 status because it's both omniscient and actionable, knowledge paired with the means to act on it. Still, it's not fully godlike. It amplifies, guides, and sometimes overwhelms, but it never functions without a wearer's intent. It stands above magical relics, below pure creation forces, a divine hotline that occasionally forgets to hang up. In short, great power, infinite wisdom, and zero privacy policy. Level 6 Reality-Altering Artifacts. Miracle Machine. Every wish-granting story starts with a warning, and the Miracle Machine is basically the first reason why. First shown in Adventure Comics number 367, it's the ultimate gadget for what if my thoughts became real? This is a shiny 31st century device built by the controllers that turns imagination into physical existence. When Brainiac 5 first showed it in the Legion, everyone immediately agrees to lock it away. Why? Because one bad daydream could vaporize the galaxy. You see, while you're thinking about ending hunger, and suddenly the universe is one giant sandwich. Across DC history, the Miracle Machine's power is constant. It translates mental intent into reality. In Final Crisis, Brainiac 5 hands Superman a version of the device to rebuild the multiverse after cosmic collapse. Superman literally wishes for a happy ending, and the machine makes it happen. It's not a metaphor, it's cosmic cause and effect. The Miracle Machine doesn't predict or persuade, it creates. It lands in level 6 because it crosses the line from knowing or channeling power to authorship. It doesn't help you influence reality, it lets you write it. However, it stays below level 7 because it's still a construct, a built object, powered by Element X, capable of being locked, drained, or misused. It's a god-tier invention, not a god. And the source is the canvas. The Miracle Machine is the world's most dangerous paintbrush. And yes, there's a good reason no one's allowed to doodle with it. Anti-life equation. Imagine a math formula so depressing it erases free will. Well, that's the anti-life equation. Jack Kirby's ultimate weapon from the Fourth World Saga. It first appears in the early 70s Forever People comics, and Darkseid has been obsessed with finding it ever since. What it does is horrifyingly simple. Once fully known or broadcast, it strips every mind of freedom, replacing individual thought with blind obedience to the wielder. It's not a virus, it's an idea, and that's what I think makes it terrifying. In Final Crisis, Darkseid finally wins. He broadcasts anti-life across Earth, and billions instantly fall under his control, turning into zealot justifiers. It's not fire or explosions, it's logic and despair weaponized. The formula whispers that life is meaningless, that submission is peace, and the human mind folds. Some writers later spin it as an actual living force, but the heart of it stays the same. It's a command line for the soul. The equation belongs at level 6 because it reshapes reality through control, not destruction. It doesn't blow up planets, it rewires them from the inside out by overriding will itself. However, it stops short of level 7 since it's not the source or the root code of creation, it's a perversion of it. The equation can be resisted or undone, but only barely. For me, anti-life is the universe's worst pop-up ad. Once you read it, you belong to it. Level 7 Primordial Artifacts. Element X. If reality had a recipe, Element X would be the main ingredient, the cosmic flour everything's baked from. Debuting in New Gods number 7, it's described as the fire of the fourth world, and that's not a poetic exaggeration. This stuff is the literal raw material of creation. The World Forger uses it in the cosmic furnace to build new universes, while geniuses like Metron and Brainiac 5 use the traces of it to power world-breaking gadgets like the Miracle Machine and Mother Boxes. Basically, Element X is what gives Fourth World tech its terrifying personality and god-tier efficiency. What makes it special is that it's not mined, stolen, or built, it's manifested. Only beings on a near-divine level can handle it, and even then, they treat it like a nuclear lava. The World Forge runs on it, and everything made with it behaves less like a tool and more like a living extension of creation. A Mother Box can comfort and heal, a Miracle Machine can rewrite existence, all because they're infused with this glowing cosmic paint. Element X sits at level 7 because it's the bedrock of everything below it. Every artifact, weapon, and god-tier gadget traces its spark back to this material. It's higher than any wish granter or reality hacker because it's the stuff those things are made from. You can't get more fundamental than the universe's own building blocks. If atoms are Lego bricks, element X is the cosmic Play-Doh, and yes, it's absolutely divine-grade craft material. The source and source wall. Every story needs an ending, and in DC's cosmic mythos, the source is both the beginning and the end. Introduced in New Gods #1, it's the ultimate metaphysical force, the big glowing why behind existence. Every god, world, and cosmic law in the fourth world comes from it. It's the whisper behind creation, the code that defines everything, and occasionally the voice that tells the gods when it's time to die. You don't hold the source, you approach it, if you're brave or stupid enough. The source wall marks its boundary on endless barrier lined with the petrified remains of beings who tried to touch the truth. Heroes, villains, cosmic scientists, all reduced to eternal statues for daring to cross. Whenever someone breaches or manipulates the wall, universes shake. During Death of the New Gods and Final Crisis, the source and its wall become the stage for the biggest cosmic resets in DC history. Worlds dying, realities merging, new pantheons being born. This is level 7 because it's the ceiling, the absolute limit of power and origin. The source doesn't just fuel miracles or rewrite reality, it's the canvas reality's painted on. Everything else, element X, mother boxes, boom tubes, even gods, are its side projects. Nothing ranks above it because there's literally nowhere else to go. Once you hit the source, you've reached the point where plot device becomes existence itself. Touch it, and congratulations, you're a cosmic wall decor now. Well, that's it for this one. If you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and ring the bell so you never miss a drop. Craving more stories from comics, movies, and beyond? Check out this video right here. Cheers, and see you in the next one.